So what do you want to talk about today, good sir?
I figure, I know you are kind of an anime person,
Man, I've been watching the crap out of some anime, dude.
and I'm not as well versed in anime as you are, but there's some that I really love, and I was like, I'm gonna put this shirt on and
I
inspire
see
this
that.
because I love this anime. I'm not done with it yet, but the whole first season, even if that alone was the anime, I'd be like, I'm set. I'm good. But then like the next one is yeah, I'm getting into that and it's pretty fantastic. So I figured why not talk about anime and then we can, branch off and talk about everything around that honestly because I feel like it's such a large category and it inspires a whole bunch of things.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
and it
Yes,
also
sir.
inspires a bunch of failure, like the Netflix Death Note movie.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so sad, so sad.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
had so much potential,
Yeah.
but I
Did
was
you
just
see did you see the Full Metal Alchemist ones?
I haven't watched all of them. I heard mixed reviews as far as it goes, but yeah, I don't know.
It was cool to see it. But yeah, there was definitely mixed review. I mean, you wanted it to be something better, so I'll tell you what, let's get started on that.
It's the Movie Bros Show with your hosts, Remy Keene and Josh.
Let's see. Did you see that new Cocaine Bear coming
Yeah,
out?
yeah.
Like it's on everyone's mind right now.
I
It's so funny
know.
when it's
It's
not.
in theaters this weekend, so now.
Mm,
So,
gotcha.
yeah, I'm excited to watch it. Like I said, I am expecting it to just, I don't know, be a wild ride, really crazy, but funny, hilarious.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
And it's like we said before, one of Ray Liotta's last movies.
Oh gosh, gotta
L-
go out with a bang, huh?
I know, losing a great, actor overall, but man, it's gonna be great. I'm excited for it, for sure.
All
And it
right.
like, great in either a term of, "Oh, wow, that was great," or, "Whoa," "Surprisingly, that was actually good."
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, you know the concept sounds kind of crazy, but maybe it's fun. You never know. Sometimes
And the
they
fact that it's
surprise you.
based on, like, a true event that happened and then, of course, totally fictional after
Yeah.
that,
Right. Right.
like,
Right.
a bear actually ate a brick of cocaine and, went crazy on some people, so ridiculous. I saw this picture of a guy with powder all over his nose, and it said, "You won't believe what they handed out in the showing of the movie that I'm seeing," and it's a picture of Cocaine Bear and his powder. It's like, "Oh, you're silly." I'm like, "They didn't really hand that out, but what a great joke," you know?
Yeah.
You can't miss that sort of an opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Can't miss it. In other movie news, they started filming the new Lord of the Rings films, like
Oh.
the the ones of Frodo, Samwise, Pippin, Merry. Yeah. So I saw that in the
Really?
right before we got on the I was like, "What are you showing me, Facebook?" Right before I get on the podcast, I see this and I'm like, "Oh my goodness, they're doing it, are they?" Um, yeah.
Oh. Wow. What's after this though? I don't even know what's after the Lord of the Rings trilogy, right? What's
No, I think they're retelling the story from the movies.
Huh.
They're, like, remaking completely.
But they're gonna have the same other they'll have different actors?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
yeah, I know. I cannot see anyone besides Rudy,
Yeah. Yeah,
uh,
I know.
Samwise. I
I
can't
know,
Sean
man.
Astin, the Goonie turned s Hobbit, and then I can't see anyone besides Elijah Wood as
Right.
Frodo Baggins. And if freaking I mean, Gollum,
Right.
if he's not the same.
I'd rather they make it an anime movie than anything else, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll
It
always be
who
partial to what
who's
I began.
who's gonna directing that?
That's a great question. Let me see if I can find anything on it real quick here.
So they're making The War of Rohirrim, which is the
Okay.
prequel to Lord of the Rings, but it looks like it's an anime movie
Oh, okay.
for The War of Rohirrim. And then, hmm,
Okay. Multi-year pact with the rights of the Embracer Group. AB allows the Warners to develop a feature on J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings book, The Hobbit. Embracer Group, the Swedish company, acquired the rights to LOTR films, games, merchandise, theme park attractions, and live when it purchased the rights to Middle Earth Enterprises last year. The move announced the Warner Brothers Discovery's investors Thursday. Wow.
so they bought everything, huh?
Yep. They bought a ton of stuff. Rights to the Tolkien works have always been a little dicey, and all the legal disputes between the Warners and Tolkien estate went on for years before they settled in 2017. A newer, complicated matter from the standpoint of the TV rights to Lord of the Rings, with the mega budget Rings of Powers debuting last year. One of the new series will it face the audiences to go to the theater if they can get their fix at home. Amazon focuses on the second age, thousands of years before the events of the films. Yeah, we know what they focus on there. The deal is not only, I don't know. I don't know. It should, I don't know. It's just something to keep your eyes on, something to keep thinking about and talking about because, yeah, that so basically the IGN reported it as whole new Lord of the Rings films being planned at Warner Brothers.
Mm,
So it's like, how do you destroy a,
oh yeah, man. Destroy it by buying it.
yeah,
Money.
yeah. But man, Andy Serkis and yeah, Martin Freeman. Have you seen that meme of them? It says in 2012, it has Martin Freeman as Bilbo and Andy Serkis as Gollum, and then it has them as the in the Marvel chairs when he's sitting across from him, and it's just great. It's
Mm,
it's a good one. I'll put it on the screens so they know what I'm talking about at home. If they're watching, if they're listening, they get as much as you get right now with me describing it to you. But yeah, I'm excited because I'll watch it. I might not like it, but I'll at least watch it. That's all. That's all we got.
that's all we got. No, give it at least.
At least.
So I was watching. I'm on this website, IMBD. Yeah, throw it in the chat. It's 150 great anime.
How many have we seen? Let's see.
I've seen a few. I was
Yeah.
just going through them. I was like, man, I've seen I've seen a few,
I've seen a lot of
unfortunately.
old anime, like the ones from back in my high school days. That's when I was, I mean, really subjected to anime because all my friends liked it. And
Mhm.
if your friends like it, you're probably gonna watch it. That's just how things happen in, life. So,
Yeah, yeah. So they got Spirited Away,
yeah, that's like the biggest
2001. Yeah,
biggest
yeah,
tearjerker, Spirited Away, and, oh, have you
yeah.
seen Grave of the Fireflies?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
another really good one.
yeah.
Number four
Studio
is
Ghibli, all the stuff they do, I feel like is
yes,
good.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Howl's Moving Castle,
Yeah, Howl's Moving Castle, what it was funny
crazy.
was playing in the movie store, the video rental store down the street as it was going out of business. That was what they were watching over and over again, and I was like, "Man, Howl's Moving Castle is a way to say farewell to this place because it's, like, sad."
Which video store was it? Blockbuster or Hollywood
Fa
Video?
family video.
Family Video, gotcha.
They were selling all of their DVDs for a buck each,
Gotcha,
dollar,
gotcha.
and I bought, like, at least 50.
400.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. I mean, they have some really great ones here, like, Ghost in the Shell, the
Oh,
Berserk
yeah.
trilogies, Gundam Wing,
Appleseed.
yeah, Kiki's Delivery Service, Ninja Scroll, you know. What's that?
Do they have
Yeah, yeah,
Inuyasha on there?
they should. I mean, they
I mean, it better
should.
be.
Yeah, they got Lupin. Sword of the Stranger is really good. I like that one. That was a newer one in 2007.
I don't know that.
Yeah, it's a really good one. Let's see, Vampire Hunter was in 2000.
Yeah, that was good.
Anything Naruto, man, I flipping
Yeah,
love that.
I'm convincing my wife to watch Naruto with me, and my boys love it, but, yeah, the wife, I don't know, I convince her. I think she is actually annoyed by Naruto's voice sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. It's a woman. Well, if you hear the original, it's a woman that does the acting, the Japanese for Naruto.
Oh, I believe it.
But yeah, I tell you,
Annoying little
um,
teenage kid.
yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. There's a couple in here I haven't seen though. Death Billiards, The Garden of Sinners, Study in Murder Part Two. That sounds fun.
Oh, yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist, obviously. Dragon Ball,
Oh, yeah, Dragon Ball.
Battle Angel, the
Have you
Anna.
have you heard of the Berserk series?
Oh yeah, man, that's legendary.
Is it?
When I
Okay,
first, well, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's got a lot of stuff in it, man.
okay.
There's a rape scene. There's
Oh, man.
the gore. The gore is up there. The gore level is up there.
Dang.
I'm telling you, it was a rough watch. It was like it starts off and you think it's this one thing, and by the end of the first movie, you're like, what is going on? And by the end of the second movie, you're like, oh my gosh, what the heck just happened?
Wow.
And by the end of the third movie, you're just like, this is stupid awesome.
Okay,
It's just
cool.
yeah, seriously. I mean
I'll have to give it a shot.
the monsters, I mean it just goes in this great, wonderful directions. But just letting you know, there's some sexiness, some nudity, there's rape, and there's torture. I mean, there everything kind of like 16th century
It's
kill
just
'em type
all
of
the
style. It's in there, man. I'm telling
yeah.
you.
Wow.
So, but and to be honest, like I say a lot, it was a great story. I mean, didn't necessarily need all that, but it was a really great story, anyways. So,
Yeah, have you heard of anime called Perfect Blue? I've only
uh,
heard of it, I've never seen it, but
uh,
someone created a list of their all-time, like, their top movies, and this was in it, and I was like, "I have never even heard of that," and sure enough, it's right here on this number 29 on the list, so I was like, "Interesting." And then the Cowboy Bebop, speaking of remakes, I honestly
oh
like
yes, I did see the Perfect Blue. That's the actress that
yes,
gets stalked, right? Yes, that's a weird one too.
yeah.
Yes,
Someone becomes obsessed with her like a fan and, like,
yes,
stalks her, and then, like, crazy crap starts happening.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Boy, I've seen so many of these. It's crazy, but there are some I haven't seen.
Yeah. This is a good list. We'll share the list here in the episode show notes for y'all, just so you can check it out. It's a IMDb list, so it's not our list or anything, but it's definitely a list to check out. So I'll save it here real quick in my podcast things so I can remember. Oh, look, it's Ponyo, 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 fish in the sea.
Yeah, I really like that one. That was a good one too.
Yeah, that's more kid focused, clean, nice for the whole fam.
Yeah.
No, no. Yeah, lots of ones I've never even heard of or seen. FMA, of course, you know, ever since one of my friends gave us all nicknames in high school, and mine was Al because I was just like a big guy that
Oh,
stood around and was kind of quiet. So he called
yeah.
me Al, and he named one of our friends Ed. My name didn't stick, but Ed, we still refer to him to each other as Ed, and
That's
we know
funny.
exactly who we're talking about.
That's funny.
Yeah, his real name's Nathan, not even close to Ed. So I was like, yeah, it's different, but it's there for sure. Ooh, they do have Final Fantasy VII Advent Children on this list for anime, and I'm like, it's a video game anime, but that's good. And did you ever see the Spirits Within Final Fantasy?
Oh,
Of course.
yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, yeah. I watched all the Final Fantasy ones. They were really good. I was really into it too, especially playing the video games at that time.
Oh yeah,
So really
but
into
of
those.
course, but of course,
Yeah, I'm seeing so many of these. There's a lot that I haven't seen though. Kind of slack. I'm lacking, man.
yeah, got to add them to the list.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Vampire
But the
Hunter
newer,
D,
yep,
Appleseed Ex Machina. That
yep.
was a good one back in the day. Yeah, I don't recognize. I haven't seen, oh, Akira on
Yeah,
this.
it's on there.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was gonna say, that's
yeah.
definitely
It's
a
13
great
on the
one.
list.
Great movie.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
there we go.
13. Yeah,
Oh, it was that high. Okay. I just must have
yeah.
scrolled past it. Man, Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within is number 144 on the list. That's crazy.
Well, this is a pretty tough list to be honest.
Yeah.
Kids, when you look at anime, there was a lot of good anime movies that were romances, that were fantasy, just fantasy, and they had like top-notch production. I mean, Spirited Away and things like that were top-notch. Top-notch artistry. So, this is a pretty tough list
Yeah.
to get on.
It's definitely the top of the everything that I've of all the shows that I've watched on this, it's like, man, top of the list for most of these. Grave of the Fireflies, man. That's Princess Mononoke. There's one. I went
Hmm.
back to the top
The
of the list
beginning,
here, and I'm
yeah.
just reminiscing. Ooh, Your Name. I've heard of that. I have not seen it, but I've heard so many good things about it. Two strangers find themselves linked in a bizarre way, and when a connection forms, it's hard to keep them apart. Basically, it's like I think it's a love story, like a meant to be kind of love story.
Hmm.
That's definitely one put on your watch list.
Yeah, I've not seen that one.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, that was
amazing
just
how many of these I don't have rated myself already. I need to rate some. Okay, there's Akira. Castle in the Sky.
yes. Love that one.
Oh, that's a solid 8 for me for sure. Ghost in the Shell. So good. Such a good one. Man, this is inspiring me to watch some.
For sure.
You know, one of the best places to watch some good anime, best streaming sites is Hulu.
Yes.
Hulu actually has a ton of good anime. So guys, if you're looking to watch some anime and like have like I don't know where to watch it. Like where do I watch anime? Well, let me just tell you, you go to Hulu and you go to their anime. And then Crunchyroll, of course, Crunchyroll if you
I'm
don't know.
telling you, it's I had a Crunchyroll subscription for about 10 years, bro.
Yeah, did you?
I mean, I would actually I'd get it for like 3 months and binge, and then I would stop for 3 months, get
There
it
you
for 3 months and binge, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And that's where I saw a majority of all of the anime.
The reason I like anime on Hulu is they almost have all of them dubbed, and I'm a dub lover. I just it's so hard for me to read. Now, I've watched a ton of anime in the original language, so don't get me wrong, I've definitely done my due diligence and watched it, but I just prefer dub because I can take in the whole story a little bit better. I stop paying attention sometimes when I have to read constantly, so,
Mm,
uh,
mm. Yeah, I'm definitely a sub guy,
yeah,
but I will watch dub if I just want something in the background playing,
yeah.
and I can
So
pay attention to it, but not 100%. That
already
kind of
proof
thing.
you got 2 different people here that,
Yeah.
take in movies different ways, so whatever your way is, whatever your preference is, that's perfectly fine. Oh,
Yeah.
Afro Samurai? Did you ever watch that?
Oh yeah, that was pretty fun. That was
Yeah.
fun. That was a pretty
Uh,
fun one.
oh, SOA, Sword Art
Yep.
Online?
Yep.
Yep. SAO. I said it out of order. That one's good.
I really liked that one, but it kind of went weird towards
Yeah.
the fourth season.
Mm.
I
Attack
don't know.
on
It just
Titan?
what's that?
Attack on Titan?
Yes. Oh yeah, that was so beautiful.
Yeah, it's a great I tried getting Ashley to watch that, my wife, and I was a no-go. She did
Mm,
not enjoy that one. Oh, man, Bleach?
yeah, Bleach is great.
Yeah, only watched it a little bit back on man, Cartoon Network was just Adult Swim and their anime weekends and things, and that's where I really got started, and all my friends, that's where we watched anime. I mean, Samurai Champloo back in the day, Foolie
Yeah.
Cooley, man, thinking of all those old ones. Death Note was the story that made me fall in love with anime deeper than ever before, and it
Yeah.
was
So to me, Death Note was kind of the first one where sort of kind of the first anime. I think it was the first popular anime where this was mind bending. Like it told a real unique story, and to me, there wasn't just all this fantasy, this physical action that drew you in. It was this mind game thing that
yeah,
really just kind of sucked you in,
yeah,
and I really liked that one. I
that's what I
hated
love.
the movie representation. It didn't come out well. They totally butchered it, but
Yeah. Man, what a great I still remember the scene of him eating the bag of potato chips and, he's like, "I take one and I eat." And he's also killing people at the same time, and it doesn't look like he is because he's not writing, he's cheating, he's not doing
yes,
his homework like he's supposed to be, and he's
right.
but really he's writing at the same time, and he knows L's watching him. So, man, that's so good. Such a good and then the fact that he abandons the Death Note at one point, so he totally forgets, and then he makes it to where he's gonna touch it again, but you just had no idea how that was gonna happen, and oh my gosh, it was so good, and Misa, I really liked Misa. I was like, yeah, she's a great character. And Mello and Nier that replace L after, he's out of it. Mello and Nier are I just thought it was cool that all the good guys are just in alphabetical order. The L,
Yes,
M, N.
LMN.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
yes.
was like,
There's a lot of cool
yeah,
things in there, little nuances, little gotchas. Where you're like,
right.
oh, I get it.
And literally
Um,
the bad guy's name is Light, it's like
yeah,
a
like
spoiler
yeah,
alert, everybody, but
yeah. So yeah,
Light
great
Yagami.
stuff.
Light Yagami. Goodness. Yeah, Death Note is just where it's at. I started watching Demon Slayer here recently.
Oh
Like
man.
it. I like
But
it.
so there's a couple of animes that I felt like broke the genre. You know, Death Note, because it was so complicated. I think Naruto was one of the most popular ones. Dragon Ball Z is actually even more popular than that, but I felt like Naruto had this grand tale. I mean, there's over 800 episodes, and I binge watched them in like 4 days, man. No
Yeah.
lie, I didn't sleep. I just pounded through them. I just didn't sleep. And there's not many animes. I'm gonna tell you this: not many animes that make you care about the characters. That when they die, you cry.
Oh
And
yeah.
I did. There was when spoiler alert here, but when the pervy sage dies in Naruto, I cried. And when I showed a friend to, I was like, "Hey, you got to watch this anime." He cried at the same point too. He was like, "Dude, you got me crying up at midnight at my house. Like I'm a grown man. You got me crying for
That's
for
awesome.
for the pervy sage, And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, you just care." But Demon Slayer, coming back to Demon Slayer on a 4K TV, Demon Slayer is absolutely beautiful. I mean,
Okay.
it was so gorgeous. I mean, the waves, the choreography. I mean, the way they did everything was just phenomenal. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the best anime out there. Another one that I really liked, it's kind of like a Death Note, was Erased. Do you remember that one?
Erased. Yep. Uh-huh.
Yep. And
Yeah.
they made a live action one on that one. That was a really good one
Yeah.
as well.
I'm still in the middle of Erased, not completely finished with it, but I am watching that currently.
Yeah, it's quite a twist and turn on that one, man. I
Yeah.
really like that one. What else? I mean, there was tons. Bleach. I watched all of Bleach's episodes. All
Did you ever watch Gurren Lagann?
yeah, I did for a little while. It just so I watched. I did watch Garen Lagann, but I didn't like it as much as I wanted. I wanted to like
Yeah.
it. I just didn't.
Yeah.
The other one, another one like Inuyasha, I couldn't. I
Anyhow.
watched them, but I just never really like fell in love with it. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
Inuyasha was probably one of my first actions to anime, and yeah, it was far out there, man, like the cat dude
yeah.
or whatever that that guy is, but yeah, that was interesting for sure, just crazy, crazy stuff. And then, man, like I remember growing up with anime and not even realizing some of it was anime, like Pokemon, Digimon,
Yeah.
and like Mega Man X and Lyoko. I feel
Yeah.
like that's an American anime. I don't know if that's made over there or not. But then like I don't know, Saturday morning cartoon style anime was also a real vibe back in the day too. So
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it's definitely a lot. It's way more popular it is now than it was back in our time. You know, when we were kids.
oh yeah, oh, definitely. I feel like totally different. Gundam was huge in like you would buy the Gundams and put them together and it's like,
Yes.
get Gundam and it was so cool. And it's like you would never be able to watch it or anything though because like you didn't have all those channels in cable
Right.
and like you couldn't just access it whenever you wanted to without buying all the DVDs or you know recording it or something, like on your VCR. But
Another really good one that I like was Rurouni Kenshin.
Oh, Rurouni. Yep, absolutely.
Man, that was another classic. Speaking of Afro Samurai, there's one called Yasuke. It's Yasuke, and that's another kind of a black samurai. And it's really good. I like that one too. Yeah, there was just, some of the newer ones I've been watching is like Dota. There was one,
I've heard of Dota. I haven't seen it or anything, but
so like Troll Hunters was really great.
oh yeah,
Cyber
fantastic.
Cyberpunk. Vinland Saga just came out with a season two, which I've been waiting for. Spriggan, which I saw was on the list, and it's actually a newer version of an older anime.
Mm.
Dragon Age, that's another really good anime. The Tales of Arcadia, that was really fun.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Yeah, I've been kind of watching these lately. Just hadn't really found very good movies lately, other than the Fear Street
Yeah.
trilogy I was kind of telling you about.
Yeah, the Fear Street, I haven't watched all of it yet, but I had a friend tell me about it at work, and I definitely wanna finish it because, I just finding the time when I have kids and stuff around to watch scarier movies is hard.
Yes,
I just can't
yes, yes.
always find the time to do that, but,
The
speaking of
Dragon
scary
Prince.
movies, I watched Megan. Have you heard of Megan?
Yeah, is it all that it's cracked up to be?
I mean,
Yeah,
it's Blumhouse, so I really like almost everything they do. So
yeah,
I liked parts of it, and, like, parts of it were inventive, but I'm like, part of me is just like, Chucky.
but yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I mean, but then part of
Speaking,
me is like, "Whoa," that's a cool way of interpreting it, or, like, you know just imagine, Robot Goes Evil story, of course, right? Have you not seen Terminator? Have you not seen, like, I mean, every movie where you get a live-in robot that goes
yes,
crazy.
exactly.
Yeah. So,
It made me think of another movie here, and I'll tell you. Do you remember the movie where Puppet Master? Do you remember those back in the
I
day, Puppet Masters?
I remember them, but I never watched them.
Oh man, they were so like cheesy, but they were kind of fun because they were cheesy.
Yeah.
And they had like 1,400 of them. I mean, I think there was. I'm looking at this one that says there's 12 in the set. Those are pretty fun.
Oh, yeah. What was it? Oh, the other movie I watched, it's a throwback. I've never seen it before, but my friend Joey, shout out to Joey, he suggested that I watch this movie. He's like, "Oh, you've never seen this movie? You have a movie podcast and you've never seen this movie?" And was immediately judged. So I was like, "Okay, I'll go home and watch it if you can tell me where to watch it." He looked it up real quick because he knows about my favorite app ever called Just Watch. If you don't have Just Watch, get it. Just Watch, you can type in or you can tell it what streaming platforms you have and it will tell you where you can watch it and where you can rent it. So, like, if it's a movie you can only rent, it'll tell you where you can rent it. If it's a movie you can stream. But Frailty,
Yes.
have you
Frailty with.
Matthew McConaughey and
There you go, man. How'd you? That's a classic, bro. That
yeah,
was when I first. Actually, I actually Matthew McConaughey plays two roles that I love him the best and most in. One was Frailty. The other was the Dragon movie with.
Reign of Fire.
There you go,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
dude. He was so jacked in that movie. Do you remember
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey in that movie? Like I
He looks
almost didn't recognize him.
no, he looks like a boss in that movie, dude. Like, it's ridiculous. But Frailty, guys, if you've never seen it, I was surprised at how good it was. Bill Paxton, plays
Yes,
the dad.
he does an
He
excellent
directed
job. Oh, I didn't even know
he
that.
directed that movie, and I was like, "What? Directed by Bill Paxton?" I was like, "I thought he was in it." But so, just so you know the plot and everything, I won't give spoilers because I hadn't seen it, so I have to give you the chance to go see it too. But basically, this guy starts hearing from God and that he needs to go kill these people because they have demons in them. And ultimately, it's the story of that. He needs to destroy demons. He doesn't believe he's killing people because he believes that they're actually demons. And so it's very interesting. Very like I was so surprised by it, but it was really, really good. Done really well.
Yeah, he's got a crazy accent in that movie, and well, he's kind of though if I remember right, I think he's kind of got more of a country accent in that
Yeah.
movie.
He
It's been a minute since I've seen it.
yeah, he
Um,
goes less like yeah,
Kind of chilled out weed guy.
right.
But I tell you, man, that was a phenomenal movie. That The Hand of God, if I
Mhm.
remember right.
Hand of God Killers.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
Yeah. Yeah, I was shocked at how good it was, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm sad I never saw this," but I could definitely see why. It was 2001, I was a freshman in high school. My parents probably hadn't let me watch R-rated movies yet, to their knowledge, so I wasn't probably able to see, like, blockbusters or anything. I was probably more watching different things at that time, so, yeah, not a not a thing.
Yeah.
Man,
So I saw. Let's see. I saw.
trying to trying to think of the other movies I watched recently here. I started watching R.I.P.D. 2. It's out on
Yeah.
Netflix. I love the actors in that, like, they're great, like, character actors and kind of second-rate actors, but, they're I just enjoy it. The guy from Burn Note, what's his name? Jeffrey Donovan? No, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his name, right? Jeffrey? Yeah, I just remember him from Burn Notice, he's the main character in Burn Notice.
Yeah. Jeffrey Donovan. There you go.
And then Richard Brake is in it, and he played, oh, like, Doom. He was Porter, if that's a throwback for you enough. He played in The Kingsman, he played in Hannibal Rise recent. He was in Barbarian. He was the guy in the basement.
Yes. 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 The wigged out old man with the gun.
Yeah, he played that guy. He also played in oh, what was that? Oh, he played Joe Chill in Batman Begins, the
Hmm.
killer of the Wayne family, Thomas and Martha. Spoiler
Yeah.
alert, Batman's parents are dead. Oh wait, that's common sense. But yeah, it's good so far. I actually paused it to come record the show, so I was like, let's do it. Let's get back here and do it.
So I watched 21 Jump Street with Channing Tatum.
Yeah? Did you?
Who's the other guy? I can't remember now.
Uh,
Noah.
no,
What's his name? Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill. Jonah.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
There were some dumb parts, but there were some fun parts too. I mean, it was really cool. Really
Yeah, I
cool.
thought it paid good tribute to the old one, and yeah, it was good. I can't
Yeah, and unfortunately, I'm old enough to remember the old 21 Jump Street.
well, yeah,
Um,
I bet. It's
but I was a little kid though. But I remember the original series coming out
yeah, with Johnny Depp.
with Johnny Depp. That's right, and a ton of other famous people, if I remember right.
I believe it.
Yeah, Holly Robinson, Dustin Wood. Or wait, I think that's the old one. Hold on. But yeah, it was a pretty good movie. Yeah, Dustin Wynn, I was right. Johnny Depp, Holly Robinson, Dustin Wynn. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Awesome.
Pretty fun.
Have you watched Shadow and Bone?
Yeah, I
Uh,
watched the first season of Shadow and
yeah.
Bone. Pretty cool,
Season
man.
2's coming out real quick, and
Yes, yes.
I really like the guy that plays, like, the bad villainous guy in this show. He's a great actor, I think, but he just kinda got, I don't know, bad flack for his sideburns in Hunger Games. Yeah. He's the one with all the designs in his sideburns. That's what I
Mm,
remember him from, but no, like, he's a great actor, and you should definitely check him out.
yeah, I
Definitely.
like the whole movie or the thought behind it. And spoiler alert, but there's this big dark circle thing that they have to travel through, and they're kind of fighting this thing, and they don't know what it is, and that kind of thing. So it's pretty neat story.
Yeah. Knock at the Cabin is finally out. I'm excited to watch it as soon as I can.
Which one?
Knock at the Cabin, M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh yes, it's on Amazon, isn't it?
I don't know what it's on, but it's in the theater right now. But I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yep, yep, definitely. What else is coming out that I wanna definitely watch? Oh, the Jesus Revolution movie looks interesting. I'm excited about it. Sometimes those movies just go way too crazy, but it seems like it's gonna be one that's good. And then, oh, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. That's in the
Man,
near you.
that's been ta- that's been taking a lot of flack, man.
It
Have you?
sure has. It's one of the lowest rated movies since Thor: Dark World, but I'm not gonna lie, Thor: Dark World is good to me. I like it. I'm sorry. Hate me all you want. I like Thor. I just always will. A lot of people didn't like the new Thor, Love and Thunder, and I thought it was great. I thought it was funny, entertaining. I freaking love the world that they go to where everything's like black and white. I think that's
Mm.
dope. And then like the power still glows, like the Mjolnir still has the blue like lightning in it, and you can sense that. And like, oh man, I I love the cinematography in that joint. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't watched those yet. It's been kind of, to be honest, I'm just kind of there's just so many movies there, and I kind of just stopped. I'm like I'm burnt out.
Yeah.
So I'll pick it up again. I mean, I've yet to finish. There's still another 10 movies I think I haven't seen yet. The
Oh,
Ant-Man and Wasp, or some of those that I haven't seen yet.
sure.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all. Kind of side note, I watched Jeepers Creepers Reborn. That was pretty fun.
Did you?
Was pretty much kind of the same stuff, but pretty neat. I watched Piggy on Hulu, and it was interesting. I mean, it was like like a five, maybe a 4.8 stars. Wasn't
Oh,
that very, it just what I did like about it is that the main character is just an obese girl, and she had a lot of gusto. I mean, they had her in a bikini and stuff, and it just was different to me to see a girl that didn't fit the standard mold. Like normally when they people pick when they pick cast, they were the cast of actors. you know, Even if they're trying to fill an ugly role, it's usually a girl that's fairly beautiful, and they make her ugly essentially. But in this one, it's just like, let's just go find this woman that has all these flaws. She even had like big stretch marks that they didn't pretend to hide, and things like that. It was kind of neat in that sense. But I just kind of felt the movie had no real base. It just was kind of like, I don't know. It just didn't have a very good story.
yeah.
Because of that, it just didn't really pan out.
Huh.
So,
Yeah, it definitely looks interesting. Literally, the 2 movies you just mentioned to me are, like, top on my most popular, "You should watch this right now," so that's funny.
that's funny. Yeah, and that's kind of why I watched them. To be honest, and I think whatever algorithm Hulu's using.
Right.
But yeah, it was like, hey, you got to watch these. It's like, sure, I'll give it a go. But yeah, outside of that, I mean, outside of 21 Jump Street, I really haven't seen a very good movie yet. But like always, we'll keep watching, and we'll run into one.
Oh, yeah, we will. You know it. You
You
know,
know it. So
I just I just realized our watch along podcast is still the one. So I do have another episode ready for next Friday. So it won't be for 2 weeks that this one comes out. So
okay.
tomorrow, so just so everyone knows kind of our timeline right now, So the day are recording this is Thursday. The day before our the menu episode comes out. And then, going forward into the future, the watch along will be where you watch a movie along with us. Will be coming out here real soon. And the movie that we watched was a Netflix movie about werewolf. And that's
Yes.
all I'll say. But watch it along with us, and yeah, it'll be fun. And then this episode will be released the week after that. So perfect. That'll be fun. Shout
Yeah.
out to everyone who watches our stuff on YouTube and everyone who listens to the pod already doing an awesome job. I mean, just looking at, what the Movie Bros show is doing and our overall just listens for us not really, pushing it publicly very often. We have a ton of followers on things and listens and everything like that. So I just want to say thanks for all that because that
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Again, we just kind of want to broaden people's minds. Another gold movie you may or may not have seen, and I'm just gonna say this up front: Pedro Pascal cannot make a bad movie. He cannot. He whatever he does turns to gold. And this is another one. It's called Prospects. Have you seen this one? It's on Hulu. You gotta watch this one. I forgot about this one. I kind of stumbled on it. It's a weird movie,
yeah.
but it is cool as heck.
Okay.
You will love. This is certainly a sci-fi type movie,
Oh, I
a
love
little bit of a horror theme. And again, I didn't know it was Pedro Pascal, but man, I'm telling you, Sophie Thatcher, the young girl, she did phenomenal job, acting job in this movie. I
yeah.
guarantee it. You know, my sometimes I judge movies. I put them on at midnight, right? And I'm really tired after a long day's work. And if I can stay up the whole hour and a half because the movie's that good, this is one of those movies, man. You just
Oh
kind of
wow.
start watching and you're like, crap. I know I got to go to bed. I only got 4 hours left to sleep, but I got to get through this, right?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So that was a really good one. I want to shout that one out. It gives prospects with
Awesome.
Pedro Pascal. So
I'll add it to my watch list right this second. I just did already. So
yeah,
uh,
that was a really good one.
that sounds it looks good. Looks definitely very sci-fi for sure when you go with the outside of it here, just like the suit he wears, the
Yes,
astronaut
yes,
style looking suit. But man,
yep.
man, just looking the fact that we're just getting, a play a day is super awesome. That's like a play a day.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. We'll have to. Did you know they're making an iRobot 2 with Will Smith and the Creed actor? What is his name? Good lord.
You mean I Am Legend too?
No, yes, yeah, you're right. You're right. Sorry, not iRobot. Excuse me. It's late. I Am Legend 2. Will
Yeah.
Smith and what's that guy's name?
Michael B. Jordan.
There you go, Michael B. Jordan. Telling you, man, that's going to be awesome. And I honestly think it's going to be kind of a transition movie
Yeah. Like a handoff.
where, yeah, I think it'll be a handoff movie. But that's me just thinking
Well,
out
I mean,
loud.
which one did we get? Did we get the one that he died in? Because I just remember the director's cut, where maybe it was the director's cut, but he sacrificed himself and Will Smith died.
No, so the one I remember was,
That did he live? He
yeah,
escaped
he ends up,
with
yeah,
him?
he ends up living because he saved that girl,
The
the
girl.
Beast girl,
Okay. Okay.
right? And they
Yeah,
let him
that's what I
go at some
thought,
point.
and I was like, "Wait, I totally remember the one where he died, but that was probably just the extra because they created alternate endings to where you
Correct.
could watch one or the other, and no, yeah, that was great, so awesome.
Yeah.
Now I know that.
There was a movie called Fresh on Hulu, and it had Sebastian Stan in it, man. Big fan of
Yeah,
him. Daisy Edgar Jones, and this movie was just so stereotypical, man. And
that's sad.
I wanted it to be more, and the previews were great, but it was so just kind of a stereotypical movie. And if I gave you three factors, I would say Give me a movie where there's a psychopath and there's beautiful girls. You instantly think one of two things: that he's raping or he's keeping these girls in locked up dungeon type of situation.
Yeah.
And you'd all be right because it's that, you know, that typical. And I was just, man, I was hoping it was going to be a great movie, but it just didn't pan out for
That's
me. But who knows? But just because I don't feel like it's something great, maybe you might think it's great. But there was some funky vibes. Oh, I did see something that was great. It was, oh my gosh, the Cabinet of Curiosities.
oh, yeah. We talked about this on the last episode, but let's talk about it some more. I love it.
Um,
You finish it?
I did. I'm
Good.
gonna tell you right now, I had to watch it. I
With
had
the
to
lights on.
stop. I stopped. Yeah, I had to watch it with the lights on.
Yeah.
But there is one on there that, oh man, let me see here. It was on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah.
There was one on there that I want to shout out to, man, because
The
it,
Autopsy is my favorite. I don't know about you, but
yes, that was a really, that's my second one. The Autopsy was my second one.
yeah.
The Viewing was my first one. E-
Viewing, which one's that?
Episode 7 of the Cabinet of Curiosities.
Let me get there. Cabinet of Curiosities. What happens in it?
So this wealthy recluse, it's like the 1970s, and he invites the smartest people at the time into
Oh,
his.
yeah. I totally forgot that that was a because I totally am like, this is a Black Mirror episode when I watched it. But yeah, 100%. I understand why you like that one. Oh my
that
god,
that that was one of my
it was
that was my
trippy.
favorite.
I was like, what did this movie
Y-
become? What did this become?
Yes, yes. I so the whole time, because and spoilers here, spoilers, guys. The whole time they're sitting on that couch, you're like, something cool is gonna happen, and something cool is gonna happen because he's got this scientist chick, he's got this very skeptical writer guy, he's got this
All
music, you know.
I feel like he
uh,
has assembled all the people that would definitely be able to popularize and monetize, and if a skeptic says it and he's a non-believer and he believes it, he just proved it. So he assembled the right crew, right?
Yes. And then I'm gonna have to give a shout out to, what's her name? It was episode 4, and her last name is Makuchi, I believe. I actually really like her. I think it's Martha. Is it Martha Makuchi? Oh, it's, here you go. Kate Mikuchi. And I probably butchered her last name because apparently I can't talk. If you see her, you'll recognize her, and she's done tons of films. Jane Solid Bob. She was in the not Parks and Recreation. She was in tons of random cameos, but she played in The Outside, and she did a phenomenal job. Oh my gosh, I've never seen.
Oh, yes, 100%. I love her so much. Like,
Yes,
uh,
yes. I,
fantastic.
I,
What a
her,
what a
her
weird
acting.
episode.
Oh, she was in Scrubs. When I first saw her, she was in Scrubs
Okay.
as the love interest to the guy. Gosh, I'm forgetting names here. Let's see, Scrubs.
She was one of my favorite roles of hers was Raising Hope. She played the babysitter,
Mm,
back in the
hmm
day.
hmm
That's probably where I first remember her from. She was in Rules of Engagement also. Yeah, you're right, Scrubs, Weeds.
Yeah, man.
She was just everywhere back in the day. She was in every, TV show she could be. But yeah, Raising Hope, she was 26 episodes of that, so she's a main character. That one's really good.
Yeah. So I,
She's also a voice actress too in a lot of shows.
yes, yes. And
I
she's got
think
a
it's
quite
really cool.
extensive career. I mean, just quite extensive career. So I tell you, it was pretty cool, man. That I hope they do round of series. This
Oh,
one
yeah.
this one really freaked me out.
Oh, she played Velma in Scooby-Doo when Supernatural and Scooby-Doo crossed over. She played Velma's voice.
Okay.
Yeah, she was playing Velma for a little while, I think, in, like, Scooby-Doo and the Gourmet Ghost and Lego Scooby-Doo, things like that. She's a great Velma. Definitely
Yeah,
got
so she was Sam Lloyd or Ted Buckland's or Sam Lloyd's love interest in Scrubs.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, but I'm telling you, it was she did another phenomenal job. But again, my favorite one was the number 7 there. So definitely have to watch that one, man. That one was just crazy.
I mean, every
Um,
every episode is so unique in this show. Like, man,
yeah, yeah,
Lot 36?
yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yeah,
Had you cussed so much though. Oh my
he
gosh, it was
did,
just like,
he did.
and then I could when he dissed that Mexican lady at the beginning, I was like, watch,
Yep, this is gonna come
guarantee,
back to bite you.
I can put $100 million that at the end of this whole thing, she's gonna be the key to help you get out, and she's
And
gonna
you're
be
not.
like,
Yeah.
nah.
Ah,
I could,
ah, ah.
I could just tell, man, it was just coming already.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Graveyard Rats was okay. It was maybe, like, not the best episode, but, I mean, it was okay. I just saw the end of Graveyard Rats coming the whole time.
yeah, yeah, it was pretty, yeah.
Yeah.
The one I wanted to like and I just didn't was the Murmuring, the bird one.
Yeah, I wanted to like that so bad because the actors in that,
Yes.
I was like, "Whoa, these are great actors," and it just it was okay. It wasn't bad, it wasn't amazing, it was okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was really upset.
It
Um,
honestly took me 4 tries to get through it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I
That
watched it the first
that's the
time
only
through,
one
but
that
I just kept feeling like, it's like, come on, you can push through it. Come on, there's a connection. There's gonna be something so stupid great in this. You're gonna get it. It's gonna happen. Come on. And then it just never happened. And I was like, oh gosh. So yeah,
what about the Pickman's model? What'd you think of that one? Where the
let me
art
see. Oh, that was weird.
Yeah, I
That
thought
was just
thought it was a really original, and maybe I just haven't seen any other stories like it ever, but I thought it was very original, like, for the creepiness and the horror. It's like, "Get that art out of here. It has something crazy to do," and so, I don't know, that's
so when you look at this one and you scroll down and you see more like this. There's another one called Two Sentence Horror Stories. Have you seen those?
I haven't
Those are
seen
really good.
all of them. I have
There's a new season out
Oh, is
that
there? Okay.
wasn't out before, but I like those. Season 3 is brand new if I remember right, but they're kind of funny. They're not very long.
Yeah.
And
I
like
started watching it, and it was late at night, and I was like, "Ah, this is maybe one I wanna watch when it's light outside," so
yeah. Yeah.
I
So
never know.
yeah, that was yeah, I know,
Um,
man.
the the other movie, shows, like, down here in the more like this that I'm seeing that it says are like this, are like The Midnight Club, The Haunting on Hill House, The Haunting of
Yeah.
Bly Manor, Mass. All I highly suggest every one of those shows I just said because, oh my gosh, like, the Haunting of Hill House and The Haunting of Bly Manor are both just way crazy awesome. Midnight Mass is one of my favorite, probably, miniseries I've ever seen. Just watch it. Man, it's so good. Mike
I've
Flanagan is the creator and director, and he famous for directing Gerald's Game, Doctor Sleep, and what Hush was the other one, Oculus. Basically, like, some pretty clean horrors, like horror genre, and I like clean horror. Like, don't get gross for no reason. Like, mystery and intrigue and suspense is scarier to me than just showing me someone's head cut open or whatever.
right, right. Yeah, so I'm in the middle of Archive 81 and it's weird. It's really weird.
Yeah, it's good.
Love, Death, and Robots. I really like that one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna watch Remember. So there's a series called RE, and they're actually anime. So like there's like it's RE. There's a whole bunch of anime movies that reference that. Like ReZero is one. There's another one that's like yeah. So reboot, remap, ReZero, remonsters. So and I think there was I somehow or another they're kind of related. But anyways, that one's going to be a really good one. I think I hope.
Yeah.
So this was I was going to tie this into another movie, but yeah. So I watched In the Tall Grass. Did you see that one? I
Oh,
really
yeah.
liked that one too. That was really cool.
I think we've talked about that on the podcast before, but yeah, it is one that I feel like everybody should watch. Like, Patrick Wilson is one of Ashley's favorite actors, and he's in this. He plays the dad that touches the rock first,
Mm-hmm.
and I love it. It's amazing. Amazing show. The fact that the grass can make sound and lure people in.
Yeah, yeah,
Stephen King, man, he's
yeah. He's
fantastic.
something else, boy. I tell you.
Stephen King.
And he writes at a ferocious rate. I
I
mean,
know. I know.
he's just got books coming out left and right.
Yeah, it's
But,
ridiculous.
so yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, when you do it for a living, I'm pretty sure you get better at it as you go.
Yeah, and well, and the other thing is he's got a whole team. I would assume
Oh,
he
yeah.
probably he probably he, I don't think he ever edits his own work and
Probably
things like
not.
that.
Yeah, he probably writes it rough draft wise and then has editors go in and does this sound like
Right.
Stephen King, does this, like, what else can we throw in here? And probably, like, you know, passes it by them. I just feel like I see so many new books from Stephen King on the shelf all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I liked. I don't know. I think that's all I had so far.
Yeah. Have you
Really
ever, as
looking
far
for.
as like things heard and seen, have you ever heard of or seen this on Netflix?
Nuh-uh.
Okay. It stars, oh, what's her name?
Oh, Amanda Seyfried.
And
Yeah. James Norton.
yeah, and it's really, really good. Like,
Is it? I'll add it to the list here.
it wasn't what I expected, and maybe that's why I liked it so much. It was just like, didn't expect what I got from this movie. It's like, I moved into a haunted house type of deal, and it's like, but why? And then, yeah, highly suggest that one. I like all the people in it. Natalia Dyer is in it. She's great.
Oh yeah, I like her
Uh,
as well.
yeah, Stranger Things, man. I mean,
Stranger Things. Yeah.
this is my Stranger Things poster. I don't know if y'all noticed it. It's new, but it's right there, and it's basically the town of Hawkins, and then
I think they have one more season coming out, don't they? And it'll be the
yep,
last one,
yep, it's the last season, final season.
if
So sad,
I remember right.
right? But speaking of things heard and seen and moving into a crazy house, we also recently watched what's it called? Night House.
Okay.
We heard of that?
Lighthouse. Hold on.
A
Is
night
it on
house,
who?
it's basically a widow begins to uncover her recently deceased husband's disturbing secrets. Is literally
Yes,
synopsis.
yes, I
I
like
know.
that. That was actually
So good. Like,
yeah, that was on Hulu.
refreshing how good it was. Honestly. Like,
Yeah, and she's actually one of my favorite actresses.
you did such an amazing job. Like,
Oh,
her
what is her
mourning,
name?
I was like, I feel her pain. I feel this girl's
Yeah, what's her name? I can't remember.
Rebecca Hall.
Yes. She actually plays in another movie that I like. She does a lot of very dramatic roles.
Yeah. She plays the love interest of The Prestige. She plays Sarah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
Sarah, she also plays there's
by the way,
another.
everyone, The Prestige, it's a movie I maybe haven't mentioned enough. It's definitely in my my top movies. If you have not seen The Prestige, go. Stop
Okay,
everything, go now, watch it.
there's a movie called The Dinner.
Dinner.
Oh wait, no, this is not the one I'm thinking of. Well, that's a pretty good one too, but she comes out in that one as well. Hold on, there's another one that I'm looking at. It is The Awakening. And I think I told you about this one. Came out in 2011 with Rebecca Hall, and this is one of my favorite movies from her.
Okay.
The other movie that I really liked her in was The Loop. It was a series
Oh,
that
yeah.
came out, Tales from the Loop. That was a
Tales
really
from the
fun
Loop.
one.
Yeah, that was real
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I forgot that was her, and she also played Transcendence. She was in that.
Yes,
Gift. She played Robin in The Gift. Did you see The Gift?
I did see The Gift.
Yeah, very good. Classic creepy guy story.
Yeah, yeah. She plays some really dramatic. Like I said, she plays some really dramatic
Yeah.
roles. Actually, so I do want to watch that Holmes and Watson,
Yeah, I haven't seen
but I've yet to see that one yet. It's one of those.
'cause she interesting. I forgot that she was in Godzilla versus Kong. She plays the mom. She plays that one main character there.
But yeah, going back to
Uh,
the Night House, it was pretty fun. I
yeah.
like the. It was a good movie.
Yeah, the whole, like I don't wanna give it away because I want people to watch it, but the whole thing that attached it and everything that connected everything together, nothing. It was great. I loved it. What a cool story, man. Like and oh, speaking of a movie poster that really just illustrates the movie without giving it away at all, I think a good amount of intelligent artwork went into movie posters, this movie poster. And I'll show it on the screen here because now I'm talking about it. I have to. But oh my gosh, like when you actually try at a movie poster these days and you don't just put a whole bunch of stars all over your screen and just call it a day, when you actually are inventive and creative with it, oh my gosh, it's that much better, you know? So man, it's so good.
Hmm, man, so there was a movie that I watched, and maybe you guys can comment down below and help me find out. But it was a movie of these couples. They all went to dinner, and they were kind of expecting this event. And they have all these troubles, and it kind of keeps escalating. And in the end, they kill themselves. But it was a part of this like global thing, and it just kind of escalated. But I don't remember the movie, and that's the one I was thinking she was in. I'll have to find it out, get back to you guys. But that was another really good movie, another great drama.
Where they go to a dinner party and then everybody
Yeah,
hangs up the red lamps at the end?
yeah, yeah. I think
Yep.
that's the one.
The Invitation,
Oh yes.
2015, not to be confused with the New Invitation, but The Invitation, and yes, absolutely, fantastic movie. Fantastic movie.
Man, I tell you, the first time I saw that, my mind was like, "What the heck is
It's
happening?"
like you think they just escaped, and then you see these red lanterns be hung. The other ones, yeah, no, this one was really, really good. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think there's a whole bunch of famous actors in that movie,
No, no, there wasn't.
which I
And
like.
exactly. Of course, I'm IMDb gave it a 6 out of 6, 6.6. But yeah, I'm telling you, this was a great movie. I mean, just so different. So yeah, I really liked it.
Yep, absolutely. It was
So check it out, guys. It's actually The Invitation came out in 2015, 2016, right around that time. So
I would give it a personally, like a good 7.2,
yeah, I
right
was
around
thinking
there.
7, yeah,
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
yep.
So
100%. That one's a great one to check out because, like, it yeah. I think it has a okay amount of cussing in it, like, it's not, like, over the top crazy, but I'm trying to think if there's anything else in it as far as that goes. Quote,
I I, I don't remember. And there may have been a quick sex scene in it, possibly. I don't remember.
they try to sneak all that crap in no matter what, these days. But
Yeah.
I was gonna say normally IMDb has, for your information type of deal on that, but I'm not seeing it under this one here. So
Mm.
like what to watch for. Well, you can watch this movie currently on Freevee, which is I believe Amazon's like free watch. You don't even need a subscription to Amazon to watch it. I think it just has commercials, but it's free. So go watch it for free. And of course, by the time this episode comes out, that could have changed, or by the time you're listening. So I suggest the Just Watch app, where you can 100% find that. Speaking of dinner parties that go crazy, have you seen or the movie Coherence?
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Let me find that one.
Yeah, strange things
Um,
begin to happen to a group of friends that gather at a dinner party on an evening with a comet passing overhead.
yes, and a spoiler alert. So close your ears because I don't want to give it away. But there's like different timelines,
Yeah.
alternating timelines, and
Yes.
things like that. Yeah,
And
when I first watched it, I didn't understand it. I had to go back
it
and
was
watch it
so good,
again.
man.
But then I got it when they were like tying the red bands, or they somehow or another marked each other.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah, that was a
it's because their alternate selves picked a different color.
yes,
It's like
yes.
it's like, "What?" Yeah, and then they literally go into the house that they thought was theirs, but other stuff had occurred in it, and they think that someone broke into their house, but really, it was not that case, and it's just yeah, it's very, mind-bending thriller sci-fi-esque, but yeah.
Do you remember watching the exam? That's all
Oh,
it's called.
yeah.
And that to me was one of the first movies where, you know, just one of those weird, complicated movies that you really had to sit down and pay attention.
Yeah,
And that was a really good one.
so good.
The
We
ending
watched
was
that
really good.
together.
Oh, we did, didn't we?
Yeah,
I think I watched, or maybe I don't
um,
remember if I
that
watched
might
it
have
and
been
I
one that you watched first, but, yeah, we watched it together, and, yeah, that was
yes, that
I
was another one I
still
really
I still am just like, that movie it it set a precedent for how great a movie can be that occurs in one room, you know?
yeah,
Uh,
and it also there's also other movies that kind of follow suit, like Circle was another movie that I felt like was
yeah.
kind of the same.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
I watched it and I was like, "Oh, I have exam reminiscence, about this."
exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Triangle?
all, yeah, speaking of autopsies, the autopsy of Jane Doe. Do you remember that one?
Yep. That one.
Love that
I
one as well.
I think I only watched that, like, last year. That was really good. Have you seen Triangle?
I'm pretty sure. Is that the one on the boat?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Oh
them
gosh.
meeting themselves right
Yeah.
at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good one, man. That was another example of a movie who's not what you were thinking it was gonna be about.
So I saw this movie on TikTok. It was a guy and he was like, "This movie is crazy and you got to watch it. It's about these people go on this boat." And then like he gave like literally a 30-second review of it that didn't really give a ton of spoilers, but like the second he started talking about it, I was like, I have to watch this. Like fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I really like that one.
And again, a movie that really doesn't have very many famous people, and at the time, Liam Hemsworth wasn't that big of an actor, but yeah, he's probably the biggest actor in it.
Yeah, I recognize Melissa George, Henry, or Michael Dorman. It's pretty familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't know Liam Hemsworth was in it. That's funny. Huh.
Speaking of Liam Hemsworth, have you seen uh the Most Dangerous Game? Is it Liam? Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I don't remember.
So I don't know if you remember the app that basically was a TV show, movie app that they I'm trying to remember what it was called.
Oh, and the app made him do stuff.
No, so it was an app and you could either watch the movie vertically or horizontally and
I don't know.
experience the movie differently. Like the show or movie was shot to be viewed vertically and to also be viewed horizontally. And I watched this for the first time vertically in a miniseries style episodic release. And now it's just a movie that you can watch on, I think it's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, this reminds me of an older movie that
The
I
game?
saw. The game. There you
Yeah,
go.
it should because it is based on the Most Dangerous Game book, which the game is also based on. So basically, Christoph Waltz's character tells this guy, "Hey, I know you need a bunch of money. You're dying. You want your family to live and be, well off after you're gone. So I have this game for you to play." And he's like, it begins when your phone starts counting down. And the cool thing about it is it's kind of like modernized because every once in a while it sends his geolocation to the hunters who are hunting him. So there's 5 hunters who are hunting him throughout the city. And if he survives the night, the time frame, he basically gets some large amount of cash. And that's technically the whole plot synopsis, but it's fantastic. I highly suggest it. You should check it out.
Mm, yeah, I really like that one.
I love Christoph Waltz, dude. Like he's just one of the uh, great actors of our time, in my opinion. It just everything he's in, I enjoy him. He's never seen him in a role where I'm like, oh, he didn't do that great of a job. He plays in a bunch of
Okay,
Tarantino
okay.
flicks.
Another one that have you seen A Dark Song?
A dark song. Nope.
This one
Um,
is
maybe.
cool.
I've never heard of it.
It's another one that like another this one's cool. This one got me.
Okay.
Seriously, this one got me. Is it on Netflix? I don't even know where it's at.
On AMC Plus with Prime Video channel. That's where it says you can watch it. Let me see.
Okay,
I'm gonna pull out the Just Watch app.
exactly. You have to watch this. There's there's a it's like like it's about the occult type of thing, but this
Huh?
one's really
Hold on just a second. I'm sorry.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. And you hear a loud crash sound, or I thought it was a knock on the door at first. And
It's
yeah,
weird.
yeah, it was just the wife, you know, knocking stuff around on accident. Okay, but yeah, so a dark song.
Yeah, it kind of you can kind of tell where it's going. I mean, it's a very raw and when I saw it, it's about an occult type thing.
Okay,
But it's what I would imagine. To me, it was very realistic. Like when you see these occult type movies, they're very like got a lot of stylization, is what I would call it. Right? It's very out there. They've got weird masks and blah blah blah.
yeah,
And this was more like this dude studied witchcraft and blah blah blah, and this is how you actually do it. And there
like
was like rules and things, and the ending, all of it is trippy.
yeah.
All of it was scary. Well, another one you have to watch during the day because I was like, why? they're not very well known actors. I don't,
Yeah.
you know, but they did a phenomenal job. If you look at the Rotten Tomato score, it's a 90%.
Oh, dang.
6.2 only on IMDb, but I think it's at least a 7.5. So let me know, man. But again, this one's it's got a little bit of a sex scene in it that it was it makes sense, sorta. It makes sense, and then there's some gruesome stuff.
Yeah.
Very eerie kind of crap,
I'll have
and
to
they
check it out.
did a great job.
That yeah, that looks like just a little bit of the previews here real quick was yeah. He seems like I don't know, like he's trying to convince her to do these things and like he's the expert, but has to do stuff he doesn't necessarily want to do. It's interesting.
Yeah, you'll have to see.
Yeah.
I won't spoil it for you. So,
Looks interesting for sure.
oh,
Let me see here. I feel like I watched another movie that I don't know.
I started watching Invisible City on Netflix, and I'm through the first episode into the second episode, and it's okay. It isn't. It's a movie from Brazil, so they speak Portuguese,
Oh, okay.
and not too bad. I'm gonna get through it. I think it's worth the watch, but I don't know how good it is yet. Another movie that I'm excited to watch is 1899.
Oh, me
Uh,
too. Oh my gosh, it's on my list and like I want to watch it so bad. It's
yeah, so I'm gonna watch that one, Archive 81, which
yeah,
is getting weird, man.
I
It's getting
liked it.
weird.
I liked it.
Did you?
It's
Yeah,
good.
it was
I
getting
really
weird,
like that
man.
actor. He's great.
And then there's a couple others that I think I'll watch, but I really haven't seen. I want to watch The Strays.
Yeah,
It's like a
I've
new.
heard
Have
it.
you seen?
I've heard it's real good.
Yeah, yeah, that's another one that like. Oh, I want to also watch Woman King. I haven't seen that one yet.
I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like they
You have to
tried.
let me know what you think, and I don't know. I just don't want to waste my time if it's bad.
Gotcha.
And
No, I hear you.
I hate saying that, but that's just how I feel, man. Like it's crazy.
No, I hear you. And I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I won't even watch if I'm watching a movie for the second time, then I really, really, really have to like it. Otherwise, I won't even watch a movie the second time,
Yeah.
or any TV show for that matter, or anything. I just don't have the time
Oh yeah.
to watch stuff that I've already watched.
Yeah. So like I I rarely rewatch things, but sometimes I rewatch things and just because I love them so much. But it has to be like a top movie for me. It can't just be any, random movie. But man,
Yeah, I
I was
hear that.
like I just watched Scott Pilgrim again. We talked about it on the last episode, so it gave me a hankering to watch it. And as I was watching it, I was quoting it, and Ashley, my wife, she's like, "How many times have you seen this?" I'm like, "At least 12. I mean, not that many." And she's like, "Yeah, too many. You're like copying. You're saying everything they're about to say." And she didn't remember certain parts of it, and I'm like, "Oh, man, this is one of my favorite parts." It's like yeah. So, did you ever see Jacob's Ladder?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's a classic,
it's
bro.
Tim Robbins and,
Yes,
Agent Orange and, like, the whole war and experiments and everything going on. Oh, what a trippy movie, man. Like,
dude, that movie. I was not expecting that.
I know. I watched it when I was a kid. I was
I
literally
was,
like a freshman in high school when I watched it. So I didn't really like receive it as deeply until when I watched it when I was an adult. And I'm like, this is even worse than I thought it was. And he just
yes,
is
yes.
having horror flashbacks of the war and everything the whole time. And man, Tim Robbins, did a fantastic job,
Yeah.
dude. Like,
Yeah.
and then that makes me think about like old movies too. Like I call them old, but you know, like '90s movies, like Misery and like The Fly, and man, like Dark City. You remember that one?
Yes.
Carrie from back in the day. Oh wow, so many, so many good movies. Oh, Fallen with Denzel Washington. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Where the
Where
fallen
they
angels
the touch,
like jumping from
yes.
body to body. And
Yes. I
oh,
really like John Goodman in that movie as well.
oh, so good. John Goodman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Such an inventive, like crazy, disturbing movie. Yeah.
Oh, what was the one with Keanu Reeves and Pacino?
Devil's Advocate.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
another really good one. I was like, "What the heck is going on here?"
Yeah. That reminds me of now that you said that, I have to talk about End of Days.
Oh, yeah, that was another good one.
End of Days with Arnold
Was it
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that one's real good. And then when I think of End of Days with Arnold Schwarzenegger, I think of The Sixth Day with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
You remember that? That one's
Yeah,
dope.
I was thinking you were gonna say what was the one with the Pirates of the Caribbean? Johnny Depp, and he opens up the book, or he Into Time movie. Hold on.
End of Time movie with Johnny Depp.
Oh man, you've seen this one. Not Nick of Time. It was, hold on, I'll find it for you. It wasn't Transcendence. All right, hold on. It was an older one. What was it called? For the Pirates or Sleep, The Ninth Gate.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I totally forgot that was him, man. Gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah. Ninth Gate was
and
good.
I'm gonna tell you guys something, man. And this is why, if you ever watch Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, you'll see where the Pirates of the Caribbean character came from, because
That's true.
that's the exact way he acts in that movie. Is
Yeah, it's
exactly,
true.
yeah, yeah. And if you haven't seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, yeah, it's like right. If you haven't seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, treat yourself,
Treat
get a
myself.
big bucket of fried chicken and or ice cream. Just watch it.
A warning about this movie, I had no idea what to expect, so just be ready to, like, go on a movie trip, like, just like
I,
you're tripping out.
I'm telling you, you need to
Yeah.
shut your phone off.
Yep. Just
Don't let
focus.
anybody come in.
Yep.
If you got to watch it at like 1 o'clock in the morning, just so you can be alone for a good hour and a half,
Freaking,
you
like,
need.
Benicio del Toro's character,
Oh,
uh,
this is where I fell in love with Benicio del
yeah,
Toro.
yeah,
Man,
um
he's staring at my girl, right?
T
He's the
Tobey
elevator.
Maguire's in it too. I didn't even realize that
Oh,
that kid's the hitchhiker. Dang. I mean, it's been a minute since I've
oh
seen it.
yes, it's right.
Yeah,
They pick him up. Yeah,
yeah, he's the
yes,
hitchhiking kid.
that's
Man,
hilarious.
that just blew my mind. That one, yeah. I mean, yeah, so many great people in this movie too,
The other Johnny Depp movie was From Hell. Do you remember that one?
Oh, I don't think I
Uh,
saw that one,
J-
but
Jack the
yeah,
Ripper.
yeah, I didn't see that one,
That was a
but
pretty good one.
yeah. His Sleepy Hollow
Oh,
that he's in.
yeah, I love Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah.
That was. What about Secret Window?
Oh, fantastic.
Another Stephen King.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
so great, man.
Guys, if you haven't seen our Stephen King episode, you should go check it out. But we talk about a whole bunch of his movies in that episode. But definitely, Secret Window, John Turturro, whenever he shows up as the John Shooter, I was like, who is this? Who is this guy?
Yeah.
And yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So
Jay
yeah,
Shooter, just Shooter, just Shooter.
uh, he plays. That is funny. That's hilarious. He plays Sherlock Gnomes.
Oh, Johnny Depp?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I haven't seen that.
Oh, it's good. It's a good one. I
I'm I'm gonna have to find it somewhere.
It's one of those, like, guilty pleasure movies that
Is it?
yeah, I
Uh,
I was like, "This animated." A lot of people told me it sucked, but I'm like, "No, no, it's fantastic." Okay.
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Sleepy Hollow is good.
Yeah.
What else about Johnny Depp? Of
I mean,
course, all the
he
Pirates of the Caribbeans. Once Upon a Time in Mexico,
okay.
the 3rd
Now,
installment of the El
yes, there you
Mariachi.
go.
Um,
Yes.
yeah, El
See, now
Mariachi.
only I'm gonna tell you right now, only true fans know. I talked to a guy the other day and I was like, "You never watched a mariachi? What's
Desperado,
the second? Desperado and
and
Once
then
Upon a Time in
Once Upon a
Mexico?"
Time in Mexico.
I was like, "You never seen Salma Hayek in one of her first movie roles with
Oh, yeah.
Antonio Banderas?" I was like, "You are not Mexican, man. You need to get out of my face."
You're right.
We
Yeah,
watched.
it's
I'm gonna tell
fantastic.
you. Let me tell you a quick story. So we were dirt poor, right?
Yeah,
And what we would do is we'd go buy a movie ticket. Me and my cousin Chris, my brother Jesse, and my mom Ruby, and we'd go to the movie theater and we'd have a hat, two different, two or three different shirts, and we'd have the newspaper on times of the movies, and it'd be like a North Rock, and it'd have 20 or 30 screens, and we'd be one ticket, and we'd be there the whole day, sneaking in and out of theaters. We'd leave right before they would end,
that's
and
awesome.
I saw Desperado on the big screen, and I tell you what, it was the coolest thing in the whole world, except they have a pretty extensive lovemaking scene, and I had like a 13-year-old girl next to me, and her mom. It's brought her daughter over, and there was this graphic sex scene, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, don't look over, just like put blinders on, right? Like it was like, oh my gosh, this is so weird right now, so weird. Like you're seeing all of this, and there's this young girl right next to you. I was like, oh no, this is just weird. But yeah, I tell you, that movie was awesome. Go watch the trilogy. El Mariachi was really great.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
an underground Mexican film, and you got to watch them
Robert
in order.
Rodriguez.
Yeah, exactly.
This movie is what caused him and Quentin Tarantino to meet each other at the film festival. Quentin Tarantino brought Reservoir Dogs, and Robert Rodriguez brought El Mariachi. And this is when they first met each other, which led down the road to eventually the Grindhouse movies,
Yeah.
Planet Terror and Death. No, what was the name of that? Frick, I forgot it.
I don't know. Hold on, let me find it. It was like Death of
Death Race? Death Bread? Death Car Death? Death. Oh my gosh.
hold on, Grindhouse. Was it Death Proof?
Death Proof, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Because his car was death proof only if you were sitting in the driver's seat. And he would trick girls from the club into his car and basically drive so fast and just beat the crap out of them with his car. And then
Yeah, and of course we got to mention
he reaps what he sows, of course.
Sin City. Remember the Sin City and the ones that followed that one, like Sin City 2. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
there's one.
Sin City
Uh, Sin City was
1.
cool as
Oh
heck,
my
man.
gosh, dude. Like,
When I
the graphic novel by yeah, it was fantastic, and then I remember being in the Borders bookstore watching it or reading it, and I'm like, "This would be a great movie," and then sure enough, it came out, like, the next year or something, so it was, already in the works, but, yeah, Marv and then Jessica Alba played that girl, and then the Bruce Willis and that the yellow
was
guy was awful, and then Clive Owen, like,
it had go
oh
ahead.
Benicio del Toro dies, and then Clive Owen goes crazy, and Benicio del Toro, one of my favorite scenes of him is when he's a dead body, but he's talking to him. He's talking to Clive Owen, and then like the car like bounces, and so like he has this cut in his throat, and so he starts talking like this, and then his head bounces back, and he starts talking normal again, and it's so hilarious, and like brought levity to the whole like just mob boss crime scene. Like,
And the girls in this movie were just beautiful. Got Jessica Alba, Devin Aoki,
oh
Alexis Lebel. You had Rosario Dawson, who
Yep.
was just stupid gorgeous. Carla Gugino,
Yep.
another very beautiful, beautiful. It had Josh Hartnett, Evelyn Hurley. I mean, just very. It was well cast. That movie was really cool, man. Really
I
cool.
loved all of the girls in it that basically, like, proved how awesome, they were. And then, like, I mean,
Mhm.
star-studded cast, for real. Like,
Yeah.
Alexis from she was, like, the young, kinda innocent hooker from that s side of the city that lured people over there, and really was not a good one, girl. She seemed good, but then once she got you over there, you were just part of it. But Devin Aoki played Miho,
Hmm.
and man, when she pulls out her katana and like slices and dices people, that's just so cool. And then Mickey Rourke plays Marv, and Mickey. This is probably when I was really like introduced to Mickey Rourke and made me want to see more of his movies. But like just the way he plays Marv and everything was just interesting for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So it was Sin City, and then Sin City a Damned to Kill For, which
Yeah,
came
that one was
quite a ways.
okay. It wasn't nearly as good,
Right.
but Brittany Murphy was originally supposed to be in this one a lot more, and she couldn't be because she passed away. So I remember
Yeah.
that being a big,
I
big
might have
thing.
to. Oh, and also had who's the guy's name?
Joseph
With
Gordon-Levitt.
yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Also had the big Michael Clark Duncan, man.
Oh yeah,
That's a
yeah.
blast from the
He
past there,
he
man.
plays Goldeneye. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And then in the Dame to Kill For, Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays Clive Owen's character Johnny, and then Josh Brolin is in it too before he was real famous. Played Thanos. Ray Liotta was in it. Jeremy Piven. So many, so many people in that second installment there. Yeah.
yeah, cool stuff.
Sadly not as good, but definitely a good one for sure. Going back to Johnny Depp really quick, because we mentioned him, and I wanted to make sure I got to mention the other thing I loved that
Hold
he
on,
was in.
the barber, right? Is that the one?
Oh, yeah, Sweeney Todd. We've talked about that,
Speedy
but
Todd, yeah.
have you heard of the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus? Okay.
Yes.
So this is where Heath Ledger hadn't filmed all of his scenes for this movie before he passed away. And
That's
so he was in the
right.
middle of filming. So Jude Law, Johnny Depp, and Colin Farrell all step in and play him when he's in the Imaginarium. So he had filmed all of his scenes outside of the Imaginarium, and then inside the Imaginarium, Johnny Depp, Colin Farrell, and Jude Law all play him, but basically it's like he's imagining himself as a different person. And so it's just so good. Like, it couldn't have been an accidentally better movie. And it has Christopher Plummer, Vern Troyer is in it, Andrew Garfield. Yeah, so many great people, but he got to fill in for Heath Ledger because Heath Ledger passed away. And I remember what a great movie that was whenever it originally came out.
Mm,
And then Johnny Depp also Public Enemies, John Dillinger. When he played John
yeah.
Dillinger. Yeah, yeah, that was great
Yeah. Good times.
for sure.
Good times.
Oh, I forgot he was in Tusk. Did you ever see Tusk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes. That was actually I felt like that was another original movie
Yeah, I mean,
where
Kevin Smith is just hilarious, and, like, he knows how to mix comedy and horror in a way that it's, like, so dark, it's crazy, and it's, like, brilliant at the same time. And Moose Jaws is coming out. They're producing Moose Jaws, and I'm so excited because he has this podcast called Fat Man Does Batman or something like that. But basically, like they just talk about movies, and they're like 5-minute movie is like let's write a movie in 5 minutes, and see if we can actually make it into a movie. And Tusk was one of them, and then Moose Jaws. He's like, let's make Jaws, but with a moose. And it's based in Canada. And so, yeah, Moose Jaws is coming.
That's funny, man.
Yeah.
That is funny.
Yeah, and Kevin Smith, man, like I a movie I really want to see of his that I haven't, that I've heard is just amazing is Red State, and
Uh,
I don't know for sure, but have you seen that one?
uh-uh.
Okay,
Hold on, let me see. John Goodman. Nope, I've not seen this one.
John Goodman, Michael Parks, and yeah, apparently it's fantastic. I haven't seen it. I don't know, so please don't watch with caution, but definitely I don't know, all of Kevin Smith's stuff ever. I mean, he's Silent Bob, man. So go all the way back to that.
Oh
Clerks.
man, I tell you, when I first saw that one, it was just, it was like, dang, that's a lot of cussing. But yeah, it was just funny. That was a really good one.
Yeah,
Jay and Silent Bob, or Clerks, I guess was the
yeah.
first one.
Clerks was the first one. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Yeah. Good Will Hunting. Kevin Smith was a executive producer. He just made friends with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon real fast because of Dogma, and like
Mm,
they just they're friends and everything. So yeah, Jason Mewes still streams on Twitch every once in a while, and I follow him and watch Jay. But Justin Long is in a lot of his movies also,
yeah,
and yeah, he's
he was in The Barbarian. That's the last movie
yeah,
I saw of him.
right,
Yeah, he's kind of taken on that role where he's playing just kind of these funny horror characters
yeah, for sure,
type of. He's way different than from what he started playing as like the good guy.
yeah, right. He was in Jeepers
Oh,
Creepers 1.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Holy crap, they're coming out with the Clerks 3.
Clerks 3, yeah. 2022. Oh, it already came out?
I guess. I, I
Okay.
I don't
I
I think
knew
it's
Clerks
finished.
2, but
No, it's finished. It hasn't came out yet. All right, it's I don't know. Can you watch it?
it says watch on Prime Video, rent or buy, 5.99.
Okay, so I watched this House of Darkness
House of
with Justin
Darkness.
Long.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that one?
No.
It's
It's
pretty
on
crazy.
Hulu, right?
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
I
Uh,
I almost watched it. And now that I know Justin Long's in it, I have to watch it because I really like him. Was it worth it?
it's like a 6.5.
Okay.
One stupid terrible. It was. I felt like it could have been like a little bit shorter. It would have made
Sure.
it better, but the story was pretty neat. It,
Yeah.
it didn't take. It didn't go. It made you think a little, and it didn't happen the way you thought it was going to happen.
Okay.
And so it wasn't too bad.
I mean, just looking at it, I mean, I feel like she is obviously some sort of evil creature or something
Yeah,
just because
you're
she's
pretty.
in red and with the darkness around her looking like fangs ish. I don't know. That's just the vibe I get from the movie poster. And again, I like movie posters a lot, especially when they foreshadow anything. So it's probably like vampire something. So I'll give it a shot for sure.
Man, he's been in a ton of movies. That
Justin
dude's that
Long?
dude. Yeah, he's been working.
Yeah, yeah. He's been around since a long time. Um, he was in New Girl as the love interest for a little while.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was great. He was Dodgeball is one of my favorite movies with him in
Do
it.
you
Yeah.
remember the Sasquatch Gang? Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
that's way back.
that is
No.
way back.
Gosh, I barely remember that.
That's funny.
I think that yeah, the year I graduated high school, Sasquatch Gang. Dang.
Hmm.
Oh, he Justin Long even showed up on that '70s show for an episode. Wow. Oh yeah, he played a doctor in Idiocracy. Idiocracy
Yeah,
is a great movie, by the way.
yeah, yeah. That was another classic.
He was Live Free or Die Hard. They put him in that for a minute, and that was good. Honestly, a really great Die Hard installment. It was PG-13. It's the only PG-13 Die Hard installment, so it was like one I could definitely watch with all my friends back in the day. So,
All right.
all
What else
right.
you got going on? You think, Jeremy?
I think this has been a great episode. I think this is the one. We'll just end it here. We talked about anime. We talked about other movies and just went on a fun adventure of conversation. So I feel like it's going to be a solid episode and one that people will be entertained for a while with.
Good, good.
You
All
think
right.
so? You
Oh
think
yeah,
so?
I think we had
Okay.
fun.
All
I
right.
think I think we had fun. I think if you'll follow along and all that, I think it'd be great, great for you. And as always, guys, leave a comment. Just let us know. Movies that you think we should watch, anime, any shows. Just leave us something. Let us know, and we'll be happy to respond back to you.
Like my
So,
friend Joey did to me. He's like, "I can't believe you haven't seen Frailty." And it's like, "You have to watch that." And it was amazing, and I'm so glad that I watched it now. I have a bunch on my watch list just because people have been like, "You haven't seen this movie?" And they just can't believe it. So please let us know movies we should watch and TV shows and whatever else interests you. If there's a topic you want to hear us talk about on the podcast or show, just let us know because we're here to to do this for you also. It's not just for us, it's also for you. So,
got it.
and then don't forget to rate us on your podcast listening platform or on YouTube by hitting the like button and sharing it with somebody. Those are the best ways to help us grow without any sort of extra investment or anything. You just take a little bit of time and rate the podcast 5 stars and tell us why you love it. And then also share it with people so they can like it and follow it as well. So awesome. All right. That's another one in the books, Josh.
Sweet. Sounds good. Sounds good.